Growth spurts and teething. Oh, teething. I am really hoping that you do not have to deal with teething during the first 3 months. Yes, some babies have gotten teeth between 3 and 4 months old, and that is crazy to me, but it happens. First, let's talk about growth spurts. How do you know if your baby is going through a growth spurt? You are going to see consistently across the board during the day and at night that your baby is feeding more often. They're more hungry and they need to eat more. This is going to be true during the day and overnight. So if your baby used to sleep 5 hours without needing a feeding, they may only sleep for 2.5 or 3 hours before they need a feeding. But the growth spurts really only last a couple days. And they also generally go away on their own because once your baby had that spurt of growth, that extra food, extra calories, their body has adjusted. And if you're nursing, your body has adjusted to what they need in their breast milk. And if you're using formula, you've adjusted the bottles so that they're getting more formula per feeding. So when it comes to teething, there are a lot of misconceptions. Yes, teething hurts, but it does not bother babies for months on months on months. The truth about teething is that when you can see the white bump, the actual tooth coming through the gum, that is when, yes, your baby may be uncomfortable. They may be in pain, but that doesn't mean that everything is just ruined and they're never gonna sleep again. But some things that you can do is some daytime relief for their teething pain. Give them cold things to mouth, gum, chew on. Definitely check with your doctor about what you can give your baby, especially depending on how old they are. But those little baby feeders that you can put ice chips in, frozen fruit, frozen vegetables, any of those things that you can put in the feeders for your baby to mouth and suck and chew on is going to relieve the teething pain. But 100% check with your doctor, because if your baby is younger than 4 months old, you may not be allowed to give them any of those things, in which case you definitely would need to ask the pediatrician about over-the-counter medication. Since I'm not a doctor, I'm not going to recommend any kind of medication, but definitely having some teething toys, some cold compresses that your baby can chew on. If you notice that they're teething up on top, you can massage right under their nose or right under their lip. And always, like, a jaw massage feels great when babies are teething. Now we'll talk about sleep and teething. Can teething disrupt sleep? Well, yeah, if your baby's in pain and they wake up and there's this tooth shooting out of their gums, it's gonna hurt. But the good news is that teething pain only lasts for 3 to 5 nights. And what you can do is give your baby some extra comfort during those days. Make your bedtime routine a little bit longer. Give your baby one of those cold compresses if they wake up during the middle of the night. You might need to offer a comfort feeding, but don't get in the habit of the comfort feedings and use it as a last resort. But like all things with parenting, make sure that your baby is happy, healthy, and loved, and all of that comes first. So if your baby is a little bit extra fussy and having a hard time with sleeping while they're teething, give your baby the love and comfort that they need, and once that tooth is popped through the gums, then go straight back to your normal sleep expectations so that you don't fall into new habits that may not be very desirable.